entire world has godly entities in it. This is a little bit deep, just bear with me. A little bit of a side note. No, but before the world was created, there was like this huge revelation of God. Did I say before God was created? Before the world was created? I don't know if I said that clearly. There was a huge, like, giant ball of light of God. And then when he created the world, this giant ball kind of like exploded. And there's little pieces of God all over the world. So in every single thing we touch, in the table, in the tablecloth, wherever we go, every item we touch, everything that we, has a little speck, a little spark of God in it. Now this is some serious chassidus you're getting here. There's a spark of godliness in it. And it is up to us to reveal those hidden sparks, those hidden gems. So often, when you'll be kicked off of a flight, or you have a delay that you're stuck in some random place for some random reason, and you say, why am I here? How did I land up here? There's probably a spark of God that is waiting for you to elevate it. That you need to be doing something holy in this space. Maybe it is helping someone in need. Maybe it is, reciting some words of prayer, of Torah. Maybe it's another mitzvah. I don't know. Depending on what situation you're in, you'll probably figure out what that mitzvah is. But it's a cue. When you find that you're like, what just happened? This wasn't in my plan. It's a cue that you have a special mission in that place and on that road, in your journey. And so taking these few minutes of prayer every day gives that godly soul a little bit of attention and makes him feel a little bit less lost in this world. Let's look at text number 5, page 8. Every Jew possesses a godly soul that is connected to God, but due to the soul's descent and investment into the body, the soul becomes bogged down by the body's needs, like eating, drinking, etc. Over time, this weakens the godly soul's connection with God. The daily times of prayer, meaning connection, serve to renew and strengthen the godly soul's connection with God. So for us to take these few moments every day to pray is twofold. It's for us to connect with that soul inside of us, to connect with our godly soul that's feeling a little lost in this physical world. And it's for our godly soul, or even for us, our godly soul is a part of us, to connect with God. So we're connecting with ourselves, with our innermost essence, and we're also connecting with God. So it's a twofold. There is a very special story that I grew up with, and it's also a story of the Baal Shem Tov, of how it was, I think it was the second day of Rosh Hashanah, and it was very obvious that there was something really not good that was going on. The Baal Shem Tov was very, you could see that he was bothered, and he asked he told the community that we need to pray, and everyone's praying, and everyone can see something's very, very serious, and everyone's doing their best, and everyone's trying, and everyone's, giving it their best shot. But all of a sudden, there was this little boy in the back of the room. And this little boy was a farmer's boy. He's a farm boy. All he knew was raising animals. All he knew was he spent time with the animals, and he didn't know how to pray. But he just liked hanging out in the synagogue because he liked being around people that knew how to pray. And he definitely didn't know how to read Hebrew. And he definitely didn't know any of the prayers. But he saw that there was something very, very serious. And so he decided that he was going to join in and see what he could do as well. And all of a sudden, from the back of the room, the whole congregation hears this "Kukuriku, kukuriku" in the back of the room. He's making a sound of the rooster. That was what he knew, the sounds of the animals. And people were very distressed to hear, what are you doing in this synagogue? Like, are you making a mockery of the prayers? Like, what's going on here? They're telling him to be quiet. And he says, why are you telling me to be quiet? I'm a Jewish boy, I belong here, I can pray the way, the way I know how. And he continues going, kukuriku, kukuriku. And the congregants want to throw him out. And the Baal Shem Tov says, no, no, no. You let him do what he's doing. And later, after the services and everything was done, the Baal Shem Tov explained there was a horrible decree up in heaven about a certain community. And I was trying everything I could to repeal this decree. But I was locked out. I couldn't get in, and none of the community could get in, and none of our forefathers could get in. But as soon as they heard this sound of kukuriku, this innocence, this pure child who just wanted to connect with God from the purest, deepest levels of his soul, that's when the gates opened up. And that's when this decree was actually repealed because of this boy. And so it's important that even while we go along this course and you feel like, I don't know if my prayers actually matter, I don't know if I'm, if I really can connect, just remember that even a farmer's boy who couldn't even say the words had a special entry into God's gates. We certainly can.